In this video, we'll briefly walk through the 4 types of breathing. The breath is life, and the quality of your breathing is a powerful determinant of your physical and emotional state of being. The first breath we'll go through is diaphragmatic breathing. So the diaphragm is below the lungs, chest, and above the abdomen. So the diaphragm is the dome sheet of muscle that separates the lungs from the abdominal cavity, and when functioning correctly promotes the most efficient type of breathing. During inhalation, the diaphragm expands and moves downward. So you can place your hand on your belly and you might notice the movement as you breathe. During exhalation, the diaphragm decreases in size and moves back upwards. So an example might be to take a breath in and you feel your diaphragm expand out, and when you breathe back out, you'll feel it moving up again. The next breath is thoracic breath. A thoracic breath utilizes the middle lobes of the lungs by expanding and contracting the rib cage. It expends more energy than abdominal breathing for the same quantity of air exchange. So it's often associated with physical exercise and exertion, as well as stress and tension. And it helps the body to obtain more oxygen. However, the tendency in many people is to continue this type of breathing long after the stressful situation has passed. And this can create bad breathing habits and continued tension. So an example of a thoracic breath is to expand the rib cage out. So the next breath is clavicular breath, and this is the final stage of the total rib cage expansion. It occurs after the thoracic inhalation has been completed. In order to absorb a little more air into the lungs, the upper ribs and the collarbone are pulled upwards by the muscles of the neck, throat, and sternum. So this requires maximum expansion on inhalation, and only the upper lobes of the lungs are ventilated. In daily life, clavicular breathing is only really used under conditions of extreme physical exertion and when experiencing obstructive airway diseases such as asthma. So an example of clavicular breath and the 4th type of breath is known as yogic breath. Yogic breath combines the previous 3 techniques into one single breath. It's used to maximize inhalation and exhalation. Its purpose is to gain control of the breath, correct poor breathing habits, and increase oxygen intake. So it may be practiced at any time and is especially useful in situations of high stress or anger for calming the nerves. So an example of yogic breath: in through the nose, expanding abdomen, rib cage, and clavicular up here. Now we've gone through the 4 types of breathing, and I encourage diaphragmatic or yogic breath where possible. The main requirement is that respiration be comfortable and relaxed for you, so go with whatever feels right for you. It's also important for these breathwork practices to utilize nasal breathing. So we do this to optimize bodily function. Always in through the nose, and in today's session, we'll exhale through the mouth.